Our people are what make us great. They are the front lines with our patients. They are idea generation, treating our employees well and giving them the opportunity to grow has been critical to our success.
I worked in retail. I came in as a customer service rep, answering the phones, moved over to the documents team. None of my career growth could be possible without so many different people at Aeroflow just taking the time to make sure that I am growing. Ashley Merrill knows every one of my pets' names. She knows my birthday, my kids' birthdays, their middle names.
I actually have a music education degree, so I started out my career as a band director. Transitioned from there to organic food sales. One of the great things about Aeroflow, it's very welcoming to people who come from diverse career paths and backgrounds.
I was 23 years old, raising a 2-year-old by myself, and I was a hairstylist. I had really big dreams for what I wanted for a life for me and my son. I've been here for 10 years, and over that time, I've had the opportunity to do so many different jobs here. We live in a world that's dominated by male leaders, but Aeroflow gives women the opportunity to be in leadership. Jen Jordan and Lauren Bennett and Emily and Morgan and Jen Bowen, Katie and Lacey. I mean, there are just literally so many women here who have shown me what my career path can look like.
I got a psychology major. I had full intentions of going back and get my master's. I've been here for 8 years, so I've made some long-lasting relationships. My leader's name is Ashley Merrill. She asked for my 5-year plan. I just kind of shared with her I would eventually, hopefully in 5 years, like to have a small shipping department. She helped to make that happen within like a year and a half.
I was a stay-at-home mom. I knew I wanted to be in a position where I was helping people. I knew about insurance only from the consumer side, and that a lot of patients don't understand how their insurance works. It was really important to me to help them through that journey. So I just started asking questions. Why does this work this way? How does this work? How do we make this better for our patients? How do we make this better for our coworkers? How do we make things more efficient?
The great thing about Aeroflow is that we have this entrepreneurial spirit. If you are passionate, driven, and hungry and want to go after something, you can absolutely do that here at Aeroflow.
I started out in the customer service role, and eventually Ryan Bullock mentioned to me there's a need in the corp dev department. I had never worked with insurance at all. And then I started working with Amanda, and I was like, you really saw something that I did not see in myself. I absolutely love this. Amanda Menemy was a great mentor to me. Ryan Bullock has been a huge support. I realized if I reach and stretch for things like, hey, we need someone's help over here. Or, hey, can you help out with this? If the answer is yes, right? If you're willing to kind of do those extra things, you will be rewarded for that. Aeroflow has proven that time and time again. The people that you see who have been here for so long, they are the people who have stepped up and said, yes, I don't really know what's going on with that, but I'm willing to give it a go.
When I joined Aeroflow, I had no healthcare experience. I started as a marketing coordinator, and then I moved over to the sleep team as an e-commerce coordinator, and now I'm an e-commerce manager. I'm challenged in a way here that I could never have imagined. I'm heard by the leaders, and I know I'm making a difference for our patients, but it also makes it easier to walk in and know we can smile and put a lot of pride into it.
I worked in retail at Sears. I started in customer service. I was entrusted to be the face of Aeroflow when customers came into different locations. But now I've moved out of my comfort zone, and I'm sorting paperwork, entering orders, and there's no phone calls for me at this time.
I worked with a lot of different companies, primarily in the nonprofit sector. Not too long after moving to Asheville, I saw a marketing coordinator position at Aeroflow, and I put my name in the hat. I worked in that role for about 6 months, and then I moved into a senior corporate marketing coordinator position. I worked with a lot of shared service teams, one of which was HR. Through working with them was when I saw the position for the employee engagement and experience role come open, and I just felt like that role was made for me. It took all of the strengths and this foundation that I had built, and it really just felt like it aligned.
So I did come in as a recruiter. I really liked the idea of being able to help people find jobs. I want people to have the same experience that I've had, which is I think I did an okay job in recruiting and ultimately was given the opportunity to take over a small HR team. And then over the last 7 years, that team has grown with the company. And we've really invested a lot more into how do we improve that employee experience? How do we connect people with opportunities that match their strengths and allow them to come in and thrive and do what they do best?
I had just graduated college. I had moved down to Asheville during the pandemic. There were no opportunities, and then I found Aeroflow. I was the HR and executive admin assistant, and I had lots of different responsibilities. It was a great way for me to just get my feet wet in HR. So now in the senior onboarding coordinator role, I get to welcome employees into this wonderful company and really enforce that they made a great decision to be here. One of the things that I'm most proud of is seeing all the people grow and flourish here at Aeroflow. See them walking around the hallways and being able to put faces with names and say, hello, how are you?
I did a lot of different things. I was a server at a restaurant. I managed the restaurant. I sold bags. I had no idea that there was this whole industry that supplied patients with life-saving equipment that they need. I can remember a lot of different stories from when I first started talking to different patients about their incontinence supplies and all their needs. The urology department had maybe 15 ISRs, and now we have over 150. There are tons of people that I know personally that have started in the customer care realm and have moved on to being a business analyst or moving on to billing or marketing, all kinds of different opportunities. And as we have grown as a company, we have developed those kind of career paths for people and really encourage them to find what makes them feel the most passionate and really push towards that. And I think that's really important.